Oh, what an adventure! Get lost with Google Maps.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you all going? Yeah, I got the trailer pulled apart again. I'll tell you what's going on. We went up to Perth on Sunday and I had lunch with Silvio and his lovely wife, both Siggy and I, and I'll come back to this part here in a second. While I was up there, I picked up one of these new type of solar panels. Silvio's got a few different brands up in there. These are a half cell split panel. They're all the rage. A lot of companies are bringing them out. The spec sheets will be attached after the video. This particular one's 315 watt. It's 4 centimeters longer than the panel I took off. Excuse me, so it's just a little bit longer than this 260 watt panel I took off. This is a polycrystalline panel, a Trina. It was a nice panel. Okay, that one's a mono crystalline. It's not wired in yet. Basically, what's going on? All right, here I'm charging all my lights. Another one over there on the sink. This one's got to be charged. This one's got to be charged. These are 15 watt LED lights, and they got magnets on them, and I can stick them up. But anyway, let's turn it on so we can see over here. Okay. All right. So with that new panel, I've got this 100 MPP Victron built-in Bluetooth, 100 volts input, 20 amps output, and its maximum panel rating is 290. Now, because I'm testing that panel and I want to know what I can get out of it, I've had to order a new Victron charge controller, and so which meant that I had to take the fridges out. That's the pans for the fridge and freezer, by the way. They all get securely fitted inside those pans so they don't wander around. And so I got that out. The temporarily battery wooden stuff I put in there to hold all the batteries hasn't shifted, so that's become a permanent thing. You don't see it when the fridges are in front and the rubber guards on top of it anyway, so nothing can drop in and short once the rubber guards are in place. Anyway, let's get back to this. So I had to order for this new solar panel a 130, which is a lot bigger than this one here in actual size. It'll probably take up most of that room up there that you see's empty now, and then I'll finish wiring the panel in when that gets here. So then I'll be able to, because I can record everything on my iPad that this is doing, then I'll be able to know, and I'll do some good loads, and I'll be able to test exactly what that new panel can do. They're supposed to be really good, those half cell split panels. They're actually 2 panels in one. They're meant to be absolutely incredible for shading. Would I rush out and put one on my house roof? My house roof doesn't get shaded, so no, I wouldn't. And they're only 18% efficient. For me to go out and replace all the panels on my roof with the latest and greatest, I reckon they're the best thing since sliced bread. I don't buy sliced bread. I'm one of these people that likes to slice his own bread Some days I might feel like a thick slice of bread, some days I might feel like a thin slice of bread. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how good they are. He's got a few different ones to test. I volunteered this one here. I said, yeah, I'll take that one and put it on my camper trailer and give it a good run. So that's what we're doing. Now, so I'm just charging everything up. All right, so I can turn this light off now and let it continue to charge. Now, I was talking to a fellow the other day. Now, when you go out into the desert and isolated places, I mean, in the last video, you see we had the bees that came in. And so I had to put a bucket of water, little tub of water, fairly close to camp, to the kitchen to get the bees out. But usually, look, when you see some people, and they go in these four-wheel drives and they've got these showers that hang off the side of their four-wheel drive. It's basically, I mean, they charge over $700 for them, and basically it's a shower curtain, okay, that just comes out, and then you've still got to plug your pump and everything into your water. So I like the and then you're showering right there at your vehicle. That's not a good idea, okay? And I told the fella, because I told him, one, his gear was overpriced, and two, he's a bloody idiot for actually showering and having that much water on the ground. Because snakes and stuff will travel, if they scent water, and it's like the bees did, you know, in my last video, the camping video. I don't know how far those bees come, and they just inundated the kitchen, so I had to move that little bowl on the ground to get them out of the kitchen so we could eat. But usually, you've all seen this before, this is my shower. Now that's 10 metres plus a metre there. So all up it's 11 metres of cord with a little shower head on one end. Now that's going to plug into there. And then we've got a shower tent that we put way over in the bloody scrub, away from the camp, and all the water and the moisture goes on the ground over there. When we're finished with the sink bucket, you've all seen I've got that sink bucket. Now we use environmentally friendly detergents and all that sort of stuff. So at the end of the day, we take that bucket and we go and tip that 10-15 metres away from the camp as well. And that way you're not having snakes under your trailer, or you step out your car door and you step on a big tiger snake or a king brown. And it doesn't attract all the other bits and pieces and creepy crawlies around that want to chew on you, bite you, and basically make you have a really bad day. Alright, so remember that, okay? When you're out in the bush, if you've got any water about, don't put it on the friggin' ground, don't spill any water. Always make sure it's 10, 15, 20 metres away from camp, and that way you won't get snakes coming slithering in for a drink and stuff like that. So, right. And that, like I say, that's the total length of this cord is 11 metres, with the metre wrapped around there, and inside here is 10 metres. And we go to some pretty dry places, as you can see in our videos, and we don't have any trouble with snakes. The last trip was the first trip we've had trouble with bees, but that was after a real long dry spell out there, and they were thirsty. So we dealt with that the best we could, and that was it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing with the trailer and the solar and all that sort of stuff. I will attach the files to the 120 MPP, Victron MPPT, and the 130 at the back of the video, and also I will attach the file to the solar panel. That's a proper shipping order file, so it's got a lot more information than you see just on the back of a solar panel. Okay. And it's got container loadings and all that sort of stuff right at the bottom, so just ignore that bit. But I've tried to remove the brands because we're not about advertising brands here. What Silvio wants to do is find the best panel in this particular split cell technology, and that'll be the one that he'll be selling, and that might be up to 3 months down the track before he decides on which one he's going to stock and sell. So there won't be any brands attached, or that won't. It's not too hard to find out what model it is if you really want to. But all right, right now I'm running all this here and charging everything. Of course the solar's all unhooked there, but we've got the 110 watt solar panel on the roof of the car, and I got this jumper coming back to the trailer. I've just glued some nice big magnets to these. I'm waiting for them to dry, and that's currently charging up the batteries and charging up all the flashlights, the floodlights, and everything else right now. Okay, that's it. That's a bit of a roundup on the new solar panel, the new charge controller. I'll show you what that looks like when I get it and I put it in. For those that I know will ask, no, I am not selling that little charge controller. I will be keeping it because I might get something else I need to test, and I need another little charge controller. So yeah, don't worry about asking if I'm selling it, because I'm not. Okay, YouTube friends and subscribers, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I do have a contest coming up very shortly, and we'll let you know what that's about in the next 3 or 4 videos. We'll let you know what that contest is all about, and how to enter, and how to win a fantastic prize. Alright, keep safe. Bye for now.